This is a story about Boss. She's the one in the middle there in lead, and she's the smallest Alaskan Malamute I've ever had. And she had a heart of gold, and it was a lion's heart. I mean, she she was truly a boss. And I can't cover her story in just a 4 or 5 minute video, so we're going to do several segments here. But first, I want to tell you a little bit about her, kind of give you an idea of her personality. She was a loving dog, and I never had her in the team because she was so tiny and she really didn't contribute much. Um, so I had her run beside the team a lot, or with the team, behind the team, whatever. Kind of like a camp dog. At night she would play with the foxes. That's how she was. She just loved life. She loved the dogs, but there was physically she was just not fitting into the team until one day we were traveling on the sea ice, and I thought, well, maybe she'll run and lead. I mean, she might be a keep up with the big boys, and so I put her in lead. And boy, what a disaster that turned out to be. But so we were cruising along this coast, and she had now Boss was dominant in the entire kennel. Believe it or not, she's the smallest dog, but the most dominant. In the Alaska Malamute, the females are always dominant. They just, I'll tell you, if a boy dog, a male, just glances at a female in the wrong way, the female will take them down. I mean, you can have a 140-pound Malamute male being taken down by a little 70-pound female. It's amazing to see. And then the males won't fight back. They would rather run with tail between their legs than fight back. They will not fight back. So they just take it on the chin. And so Boss was like this. She was dominant, but she did have one competitor, and her name was Sally. And Sally wanted to be the boss. She wanted to be dominant, but Boss wasn't having it. And normally, when I have two females competing against the alpha position, um, I usually start them out away from each other in a team, and then slowly work them closer and closer together. And eventually, I get them right beside each other working, and that's the way I keep them. I never separate them once they become working beside each other. That's Sally right there in that frame. Um, but I never had a chance to do that with Boss and Sally. I just, Boss was running around free all the time, and I never really had a chance to get her in a team working closer to her enemy there. So I put her in lead, and we took off, and we were having a kind of a crosswind, and boy, Boss was so proud. Her tail was up. I mean, she was the proudest girl in the world. She was in lead, and this was her day. She was like in a parade, marching in the parade. And we made a slight right turn, kind of towards the shore. And then the wind was coming at her back, hitting my back. And once Boss got the scent of Sally, she took one glance behind her, and she pulled the other two leaders with her all the way around and to Sally. So I had a perfect knot tied with 22 Alaskan Malamutes with two girls trying to get at each other. It was a mess. Can you imagine having 22 dogs wrapped in a complete mess in a knot with two girls just ferociously trying to get at each other? I tell you, it took at least almost 2 hours to get that tangled mess straightened up and on our way. But that was I still used Boss and lead, but I eventually worked with Sally and Boss together until I got them together. Then actually they became the best of friends. It was amazing, amazing sight to see.